Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Okay. So today, we are talking about how to read maps effectively for preliminary examination. As every one of you know, preliminary examination is on 31st of May. So like you hardly have some how many 3-4 months left for your prelims examination. So here prelims में maps becomes very important. Why is maps important? Because like every prelims at least 4 to 5 questions will come from maps. So effectively, if you study maps and if you can manage those 4 to 5 questions, so 10 marks as easily is in your pocket. So that 10 marks makes a lot of difference. So reading maps effectively, it's a very important thing to do for UPSC prelims. So coming to how to read maps, so which map should you buy? You can take, pardon me, I'm outside here. So I'm outside your command for something. So a lot of disturbance. Okay, yeah. So for preliminary, which maps to take? Oxford School Atlas 10th standard का level का it's enough. So Oxford School Atlas 10th standard, you buy it for maps. Okay, so that's the book which you should read and which I read and which most of the aspirants will read. Oxford's 10th School Atlas. Okay. So it has two parts. First part में there will be physical geography. Okay. Then second part में there will be human geography. Okay. First part में like physical geography is will also be divided into. First part will have India related. Then comes world. Then again human geography में India and then world. Okay. I will try to manage the Hindi and English both. So yeah. Coming to how to read and how much to read. Maps is something which is very volatile. So you can't remember everything. If you like, you can't read page to page or cover to cover once, and you can't expect to remember the whole maps. Okay, so maps is something which you should revise very often. So how to do it? So what I used to do and what most of the aspirants or most of those who have cleared this exam do is, so they look into maps almost every day. On everyday basis you can go through maps. So spend at least some 15-20 minutes for maps every day. So what I used to do is afternoon, like I have an habit of sleeping in the afternoon. I used to sleep in the afternoon after my lunch. So before going to bed in the afternoon, I used to go through maps for 20 minutes. So every day 20 minutes I used to dedicate for maps, and that has made me like clear prelims, I can say, because both the prelims which I have written in both of my attempts, so I have cleared prelims, and at least 4 or 5 questions were there from maps, and I have answered all of them correctly. So maybe I can attribute that to the effort which I put for maps, and every day which I used to read maps. So what I suggest everyone is, please go through maps every day on daily basis. It will help a lot, not only in your prelims to answer question, and it will help you a lot in mains also, and in understanding whatever international affairs and anything. Okay, maps is very important for that. So go through maps 15 to 20 minutes every day. So whenever the time according to like whenever you are free. Okay, so coming to what to read in maps. So how to read maps. So it's very like if you think like Atlas padna hai, so how to read Atlas. So it's very difficult like if you think, but it is at the same time it is very easy. So coming to UPSC perspective, you need not memorize everything in the map, and that you can't do also. So what you can do is take Oxford Atlas. Then first में you'll start Indian Physical Geography. Indian Physical Geography में go through the each and every page in detail, in depth. Like Physical Geography में you'll get what mountain ranges, then water bodies, then forests, then everything which comes under Physical Geography will be there in Physical Geography part. So you go through that and you try to remember each and every whatever facts is there. Okay, read and try to remember. So after that you go to Indian Political Geography. Usme you will have that political map of India. So here you need to concentrate on each and every state, its borders, and here you will have river systems and its tributaries, and the city names. So which city lies where, what is the relationship of cities to longitudes and latitudes, what is the relationship of cities to each other. For example, 2018 prelims they had asked which two cities are what nearby when it comes to latitude. So the answer was Bangalore and Delhi. Bangalore and Delhi was the answer. So like this, so they'll ask relations between states, how do they which states border each other. So and 2017 prelims, I think they had asked if you are coming by road from Nagaland to Kerala or Tamil Nadu, so how many minimum states which you have to pass through. So these kind of questions will come. For this you need to read Indian political map properly, and you need to know the each and every relationship of all the states, cities and everything which is there in the political map. Physical geography maybe it's the same. You need to know all the physical geography aspects of the India which is there, and you need to memorize a bit, so you can't help there. So then coming to world geography. World geography mein you can't go through each and every countries ka cities, each and every countries ka whatever physical things which are there. So what you can do here is only those countries where only those countries which are on news. So and in and around those countries you can go through. For example, now recently Brexit happened, so you can go through UK, the surrounding countries, European Union, countries of European Union, how they are related to each other, borders, which country borders which, and river systems, then English Channel and where it lies, at what degree of longitude and latitude. These kind of things will come. And at the same time, West Asia is one of the hot favorite topic of UPSC. West Asia maps they will continuously ask. West Asia, and it is always in news. West Asia comes West Asia, what West Asia is, and Arab countries. And at the same time, Africa is also very important. So these kind of things which are in news, you need to concentrate on those. Okay, those and its surroundings. And for example, South China Sea. South China Sea is in news since many years. So uska bordering countries kya hai? So which are the countries which has stake in South China Sea? And these are the things which they will ask in world map. So concentrate on only those things which are in news. Current affairs में जो है सिर्फ वही countries और वही उसी में concentrate करिए world map में. So then political map में world map, it's again the same. Those who are in news and the capital cities and the relationship of the capital cities with latitudes and longitudes and ocean systems. So which are the seas which are there and the countries bordering seas. So these are the things which you should concentrate on in world map. So relatively, in every year they will give equal importance to both Indian map and world. So if there are 4 questions, 2 questions generally will be from Indian map and 2 questions will be from world map. So you should concentrate on both. So human geography part you need not read in Atlas book, because 11th and 12th NCERT mein you'll read it 11th and 12th NCERT human geography mein you'll read it in detail. So you need not read it again and again. So human geography part you can skip, but physical geography and political geography is very important. So please don't miss there. And what else is important in maps? Where else map becomes important? 2 minutes. Where else map becomes important? When it comes to mains, international relations, particularly in GS2, you need to know maps because you need to draw maps. So maps you need not memorize, but you need to know the shape. Like for example, if you need to draw an Indian map, you need to know the shape of India. You should not go wrong in drawing an India map. So what I say is, maps you can't just read and memorize and remember. So you need to imagine the maps. For example, if I am reading South India's region, so I need to know the 5 states which are there in South India, and I need to know the relations, and I need to know the what physical and political geography of that part. So what I do is I read the maps, and I close my eyes and I try to imagine and remember whatever it is and its relations. So you need to imagine, you need to just imagine these things such that you can recollect when it comes to exam. Only those which you can imagine and which stays in your brain can be answered. So what I used to do is, like, I used to go through, read, and I used to try to recollect it by closing my eyes and try to imagine the whatever which I saw in the map. So this you can do, and it will be, trust me, it will be very effective. And what else you can do? Maps mein, yeah, one more thing is how to correlate current affairs and maps. So how to correlate both of them. For example, I took example of Brexit. So today, if you are reading newspaper, and if there is some news about some country, it may be UK or any other country, take Sri Lanka case or something. Yeah, you can take Sri Lanka. If you read some news about Sri Lanka, you read some news about Hambantota port or something like that. So what you can do is, you can then and there itself you can open your Google Maps, you can search for that place, or you can search for that country, and you can read in Google Maps. You need not carry your atlas for your study room or wherever you are studying. So this I used to do. Whenever I used to go through some country or some place ka name in news or current affairs, I used to Google it then and there, such that I can see its relations and I can understand the current affairs also. At the same time, I can finish off the maps part which is related to current affairs. So this exercise will help you a lot in understanding whatever you're reading, at the same time in remembering whatever for maps and all. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can do it without coaching. You can do it, all the beginners can do it. For example, I cleared this exam without coaching. I have not taken any coaching, formal coaching, or I have not gone for any classes. So this and all I learned it from my seniors. At the same time, I devised my own strategy. So, and it has worked for me. And I can say that 100% maps I have not gone wrong because of the amount of effort which I have put here. Yeah. So, and one thing I want to say for those who are going for prelims this year, please don't neglect maps, and please don't think you'll read it later after geography, after you read geography, or after some time, after next month mail padunga. So this is not the attitude which you should carry while you're reading maps, because the later, so the less marks you will get in maps, and trust me, it will affect your score a lot in prelims. So please don't miss on maps. So particularly for those who are going for this prelims, so these 100 days is very, very important for maps, and every day spend 15 minutes. Okay, so that will fetch you at least 8 to 10 marks. 8 to 10 marks makes a lot of difference in prelims if you know prelims ka thing. So please don't miss on this. So this is where you can score easily, and if you have prepared well, this is a sure shot 10 marks. So please don't miss on this, and it will definitely help you in mains also. So so that's all I want to say about maps. Yeah, if anybody has any doubts, you can personally message me regarding maps reading strategy, and I'll take one more session if it is needed, and if, after reading the doubts which you post or which you text me, I'll take one more session if there is needed. And if anything which I have not covered, you can message me, and I'll make sure that I'll answer that. Okay, that's all I can say for now. Have a great day. So this is Mussoorie, which you can see on the background, which I'll show you, so you'll enjoy this. Yeah, this is Mussoorie. Okay, so we are at the hills of Mussoorie on the Mall Road. So where we all come for dinner or any outings. Okay. So and one more thing which I forgot in maps is these wildlife sanctuaries, forests, national parks, reserve, tiger reserves. These things can also be read in from maps. And not all sanctuaries, tiger reserves, and national parks will be given in maps. But maps will be useful when you're reading that. So it's left to you if you want to read from maps or not. So I would have read it from maps, and at the same time I would have prepared for it separately. So it's your call to take. And river systems. So maps mein river system is very important. So UPSC has stopped asking river system ka tributaries and all questions since 2-3 years, I feel. So but you can expect it this year. So river system, concentrate on river system. That's all I can say about maps. If there is anything, you can definitely text me. And thank you for attending live session.